Alright, look at what appeared on the porch today. A package from Apex Sim Racing, guarded by our neighborhood stray cheddar. Is everybody ready for a big unboxing? What I got from Apex this just came in today, a little while ago. So, ready? Here we go. Nope, sorry. Homie, don't play that. We don't do unboxing videos. What do you expect to find in there? It's going to be cardboard and foam and more packaging material. Is it going to be a really surprise or astounding? No, it's packaging. Let's move on. For those of you that just have to know what was in the box, well, just more boxes. The only thing worth noting was that the sticker covering the electronic pads for the wheel were all torn up. This wasn't really surprising. I saw this reported by some of the other reviews that I watched on YouTube. So this seems to be kind of a standard thing. No damage done. Everything still works. This here is kind of what I've been running the last couple of years. I got the previous model, the CSL DD with just a plain one, and I have the QR1, the metal quick release for it, and I do have the 8 Nm power supply for it. It was been working great the last couple of years. I just kind of want something a little bit stronger, and be interesting going from 8 Nm to 18. We'll see how that turns out. And with the Fanatec DD 8 Nm wheelbase, I've been using this McLaren version 2 GT3 wheel, Formula type wheel, and it's been good. Lots of buttons and things like that. But again, if it does get out of your hands for whatever reason, it ends up becoming a jackhammer, just going around hammering your hands. This here is Xbox compatible, so that's kind of nice. Originally, I started out playing on a Xbox and playing Forza and some other games, so it was kind of handy. But I'm pretty much exclusive iRacing nowadays, so I don't really need this feature. So I'll be selling this along with the Fanatec Wheel. Alright, so the first thing I did was to upgrade my wheelbase. I'm currently running a Fanatec CSL DD. It's the 8 Nm wheel. Been running for a couple of years. Pretty happy with it. And so the Simagic Alpha Evo Pro wheelbase 18 NM came out. What a long name. Why not just call it Simagic Evo 18? Simplified, and everybody would know what you're talking about. But yeah. Despite the long name, it got really good reviews. Everybody seems to like it. They said the feedback was fantastic. A couple of reviews said it wasn't as powerful as what they expected compared to other, especially the smaller ones. The 18 didn't have any negative reviews about the power. But everybody really remarked about the detail. It has the high frequency integration with iRacing, so it should be super responsive, and that's mostly what I'm looking for, is get more feedback from iRacing and be able to tell what the car is doing a little bit better. And for the wheel, I went with the Simagic GT Pro R. This is a leather wheel. I've been using a Formula wheel, and I just kind of wanted to go back to a round wheel. It's easier to catch the car if it's in a spin or something like that. You can kind of let go and let it rotate through your hands a little bit and catch it. With a Formula wheel, it was like a jackhammer. It would just hammer your hands and stuff like that. So yeah, it seems like a pretty good quality wheel. It's got both. It's got the double paddles, the ones for shifting and the ones for clutching, and I like the clutching ones. It's really helped me on my starts. Set it up with a dual clutch start, so I have 35 or 45% clutch bite at the start, and it lets me get off the line quicker than lots of other cars without wheel spin, without getting out of control. And of course in iRacing, every car is kind of set up a little bit differently. But yeah, it looks like a really good wheel overall, so I'm kind of looking forward to going back to a wheel. I might hate it, might end up buying a Formula wheel down the road, but Simagic stuff is relatively inexpensive. I mean, for a sim, yeah, paying $369 for a wheel. I mean, I didn't pay that much for my real car wheel in my Miata. But yeah, seems to be getting good reviews. The other wheel I was considering was the Simagic Neo X Hub, along with a round wheel, 330mm round wheel. And the main reason I didn't get it was that it was out of stock with the stores, so I couldn't get it. It was a little bit cheaper, what, 80 bucks cheaper, and I couldn't really see that many reviews on it. The few I saw were okay, but again, the other wheel was available. It fit all my needs, and yeah, 80 bucks. It's like, oh well. Yeah, I mean, again, relatively to other Simagic or relatively to other sim racing hardware at 80 bucks is kind of insignificant. So that's why I went with the GT Pro instead of this wheel. I did not buy a replacement shifter. I'm currently using the Fanatec, which is switchable between an H pattern and a sequential, similar to the Simagic. They also have a shifter like that, but I rarely ever use it. Most of the time I use the paddles. I might end up buying this eventually once I sell my Fanatec gear, and I might get this, but right now at the time it wasn't really a must-have purchase, but kind of will be kind of interesting to see how this compares to my Fanatec if I do get one. Alright, so when I compare the shifters of both of them, the McLaren is a little bit loose and mechanical. When you press it down, it is very kind of clunky. It does take a little bit of effort. The Simagic, though, the shifter is very tight and very solid feeling compared to the Fanatec. So yeah, the magnetic shifters, there's a pretty significant difference. You can hear the clunking. So that seems to be a big improvement right there with the shifters. So just as was stated in their marketing, there is no cogging at all with the Simagic Wheelbase. Zero cogging. Great. This is currently powered off, and you can feel some of the cogs right there. You can kind of tell where it goes and stops. But when it's powered on, it's absolutely insignificant. You don't feel anything at all. My track racer Simarig had lots of options for bolting patterns. Luckily, the Simagic Wheelbase bolted on easily. I believe it even used the exact same bolt patterns as the Fanatec. After everything was installed and powered up, I had to download the SimPro software, and this was version 2.1, and of course it had a update. So we'll let this here run real quick. So I'm not going to bore you with setting everything up for this. There's plenty of other videos that kind of cover the software and things like that more, but I just kind of wanted to get the basics running. So the wheelbase was recognized immediately, but when I tried to set up iRacing, it couldn't talk to the wheel itself. And so their software right here has a little FAQ, and I ended up holding both buttons at the very inside top row for about, I don't know, 5+ seconds, and a flash, did a bunch of stuff, and after that the SimPro software was able to recognize it. And you can see now this software is recognizing the hub. At the beginning, the very bottom down here where it says GT hub was empty. So after I did the sync procedure in the FAQ, everything seems to be working. So no major issues there. Alright, so I did about 30 minutes worth of laps, made some adjustments and things like that. So this is kind of what I ended up with. Almost everything in the SimPro Manager I've got turned off. Pretty much all the torque assist, mechanical dampers, friction, things like that. I did set the wheel rotation speed to 80. I tried 100, and it was just too much input. It was just too sudden. Everything was jerking quite a bit, so there was a little bit too much. So yeah, this kind of ended up being my current setup. Then in iRacing, of course, I set the wheel force to 18 Newton meters. That's what the wheelbase is, and so all that is set correctly, both in the SimPro Manager up here. I have it set to 18, and also in iRacing 18. And then we end up using for the Porsche Cup, this is the GT4 918 Porsche. I end up with a strength of 9, and it seems to be fine. I might try 10 or something like that, but 9 right now feels fine. There's absolutely zero clipping when I'm actually racing the car. I still got the iRacing bars up. I might end up turning those off because I don't need them. I'm not worried about clipping or anything like that anymore. But yeah, not 9 Newton meters in iRacing seems to be fine with everything turned off. No dampening, no nothing. Might play around with that more, but right now it feels really good. Feedback is fantastic. Feeling the traction or loss of traction and all that good stuff. So yeah, so far pretty happy with it. We'll see if I get a chance to race tonight, and hopefully I have a video. If there is, I'll put a description down below, and I'll probably try to add any more feedback as to what I think of the wheel. But yeah, it's going to be a long-term thing. I'm sure lots of these adjustments are going to be changed. I'm going to play with it. It's a new toy basically. So yeah, new toy, things to play with, lots of shiny new knobs to dial. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with a Simagic 18 Newton meter wheel. Works good. I'm happy. So that's it. Let me know what you think below. If there's any comments you have, any settings that you really thought were useful. But yeah, y'all have a nice day.